Hi everyone. I just want to take this opportunity to thank all of you that have bought The Infidel and sent through your comments and reviews. I so appreciate it. This is an absolute dream come true, and because I've just completed Veritas, I wanted to share with you a teaser from the prologue. Now, if you haven't read The Infidel, maybe you might not want to hear this particular prologue because it may spoil the outcome for you. The Infidel is part of a larger series of books called the Kingmaker series, and this first section of books is part of the Condottiero trilogy. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you'll read the book and its sequel, Veritas. Thank you. It can't be real. I must be dreaming. Wake up! Ishtar's mind rebelled against the information coming from every one of her senses. The smell of smoke filled her nostrils, mingling with the sickly scent of burning flesh, the intense heat, so hot it felt like ice on her skin. The crackling of twigs as they exploded in the flames, all these things were immediate, flooding her senses with what should have been fear and pain. She gasped for breath, inhaling smoke that burned and made her cough and vomit. Moisture fled her muscles and organs and evaporated into the seething air around her, like steam from a boiling cauldron. She felt her muscles contract and her body begin to curve in on itself, but the binds that tied her to the stake held her upright, biting into her melting flesh. Her eyes stung with the fire of 1,000 desert ants, and soon she realised she would not be able to see. She could feel every sensation, and yet still there was no pain, no fear. Why do I feel no pain? She wondered, amidst the horror of her nightmare. I must be dreaming. Ishtar had the strange sensation that she was in herself and watching herself at the same time, aware of all senses and yet detached from them completely. I must wake up, she told herself. I must wake up. She knew that if she died in this dream, she would be lost to the world, never to return to her life. So she must wake up. She was on watch. Soon her men would awake, and she didn't want them to catch her napping. Ishtar saw their faces, her brother, her men, that man, Jean. And for the first time she felt pain, a deep, gripping pain, like a vice around her heart, crushing it. Their faces hit her like a club to the back of her head. She felt giddy and a little sick. Flashing images of her brother, his body mutilated as a blood eagle tribute to a false northern god, refused to leave her mind, and confusion overcame her. She tried to scream herself awake, but could make no sound, her now featureless face contorting, lipless mouth gaping. Ishtar! She heard him scream her name and turned her face in the direction of the sound, though sight was almost lost to her and her ears were just throbbing lumps of molten flesh. Ishtar! He drew close to her. She could just see his form through the flames, almost close enough to touch her. And then he was gone, pulled back by rough hands into the swirling smoke and out of the firestorm that now engulfed her. And then her sight was no more. In one awful moment she realised she was not dreaming, and every atom of pain her mind had resisted flooded in on her, overwhelming her. Left with no way forward, no body to inhabit, her mind did the only thing it could. It too evaporated into the starry night sky, and in a flash of brilliant white light, she was gone. So, I won't share any more of those tidbits at the moment, but stay tuned for some other excerpts over the next few weeks. Thanks very much again for all your support, and I hope you continue to enjoy reading my books.